Now, 8 secondary schools in the Federal Capital Territory have qualified for the grand finale of this year's quiz competition organized by the National Institute for Democratic and Legislative Studies. The competition is another way of promoting democracy and legislative processes. A National Assembly correspondent, Joke Adisa, reports.
In the last 6 years, the National Institute for Democratic and Legislative Studies has played host to secondary schools in the nation's capital, taking part in its quiz competition aimed at breeding future Democrats. The Director General of the Institute says the competition, which is on democracy and legislative processes, exposes the students early enough to the workings of government.
The essence of this quiz, therefore, is to deepen our knowledge of democracy, is to deepen our knowledge of legislative process, is to deepen our knowledge of civilians' governments.
The competition develops a training curriculum for schools and tertiary institutions on democratic legislative practice, procedure, political culture, and development for all registered public and private secondary schools in the FCT. At the end of the zonal stage of the competition, with about 90 schools, one school each emerged winner across the 8 zones. They are Government Secondary School Apo, GSS Kuje, Olumawu College Usetu, GSS Jikoi, School for the Gifted Gwagwalada, and Mid Girls College Kuje, Government Day Secondary School Abaji, and GSS Buari. Some of the participants are glad at the initiative and promise to impact knowledge acquired.
My expectations is to learn more about political parties.
We'll know more about the Nigerian legislature, we'll know more about our rights, our obligations, our responsibilities. We'll know how to what the senators do, what the representatives, what they do.
We are to commence other states this year. But for the COVID pandemic, in fact, we have consulted about 6 other states within the North Central axis, and have accepted to be part of this year, competition.
The 8 zonal winners are to slug it out at the grand finale, to be witnessed by the President of the Senate and the Speaker, House of Representatives, on the 13th of April. Both leaders have promised to escalate the initiative to the 36 states of the Federation in due course. Joke Adisa, TVC News, Abuja.